Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm here with my friend Jakub. We are testing together our models for the upcoming RC Rally season. And today is the debut of my new Xray XB4, which is the direct evolution of the model of the previous year. My friend Kuba, he is testing his Tamiya XV-02. We played together a bit with the settings of the program card. He was complaining that his car has not enough punch exiting the corners, but now it seems that it drives in a better way. Yeah, talking about my Xray, as I said before, this is a direct evolution. It's the first time I'm driving this new model. What's different? It's the rear. 1 year ago we were having problems with this RC model because the rear was a bit unstable and we were suffering of understeer, and we decided to make the rear shorter. Shorter not with the wheelbase, but we made the underplate from this point shorter of around 5.5 millimeters, moving all the differential case, suspension arms, etc. closer to the center of the chassis. We are talking about 300 grams. The wheelbase is not changing because we changed the position of the suspension arms, and in this way what's also different is that the wheels in this new model are, let's say, sitting behind the rear differential. Meanwhile, 1 year ago the wheels were in front of the rear differential. I already tested a bit here on this RC Rally course this model, and I already noticed that it has a lot of much mechanical grip. By the way, this is not the final model I'm going to use because we are still have some developments going on in some components. Right now, as you can see, I'm missing the cover under the servo that prevents the dirt going inside the chassis. Okay, I think it's time to test this car, and I don't want to tell you what I feel different comparing it to the previous year. Let's just enjoy this ride and let me know in the comment section what you feel different. At the end of this video, I'm going to share with you what I think about the changes that we made. Okay guys, let's go for this test. In this kind of test I use my old body of the Lancia Delta. It's full of holes because I test everything on this chassis. Okay, let's start this test. This setup is also experimental. I made a few changes. This is the setup that I was using in high grip conditions last year, but I've modified the pistons and the dampers, putting pistons with smaller holes, a little bit higher gradation of the oil, and harder springs. Unluckily, I forgot that here is so dirty, and in some points this setup feels too low. By the way, let's go. As a first test for this year, I feel that I miss a bit of driving skills. By the way, about this RC car, what I feel different is that this new rear feels much more stable. It's able to provide much more grip. One problem is that today I'm also driving with the front differential, which is completely empty. This morning when I was preparing the car, I noticed that it was leaking oil, and I missed a part in order to solve this problem. So I'm running with the 1000 on rear differential and the front differential completely empty. By the way, what I feel is that the car is able to provide much more mechanical grip on the rear. The rear feels really stick to the ground, and entering the corners I have less understeer. But there are still many things to change, because the setup is not working properly at all. I've put smaller pistons, as I said, 250 oil in the rear, 200 in the front, harder springs in the rear and softer in the front, and that's not helping. And yeah, it's the first test. I feel a bit confused. I still need to figure out some few things. Maybe now I'm going to change the springs. I will put the harder in the front and the softer in the rear, and I will drive more a bit. Let's check the XV-02, how it's behaving. I really like the XV-02 because it's a very nice chassis. It allows you to drive in a good way, and having a car almost out of the box. Kuba, możemy pokazać swoją Tamikę?
Tak, śmiało, no.
This is a regular Tamiya XV-02. The only thing that it's different from the ones that you have out of the box is the position of the servo. I'm going to show it right now. O, dzięki za pomoc. Kuba has modified a bit this XV-02. He has changed the steering system with the top deck, which is a great improvement in any way for RC Rally. Yes, there is a bit of higher center of gravity, but the system allows you to have always a clear system, because nothing is touching or any dirt is going inside the steering system, and it allows you to have a better steering angle. Other than that, Kuba is using the big ball aeration dampers. They are very good dampers from Tamiya, and if you buy a Tamiya XV-02, you don't have to modify a lot. Maybe the steering system in this way with the top deck, and it's ready to go. Meantime, I made a few changes. I'm going to test the model with different tires. These are the old soft rail block, completely worn out. Before I was driving using the Jetco. They have a lot of grip. I want to test these tires because, as you know, I take part in a RC Rally championship in Czech Republic, which is called the Moravia Cup, and there everyone has to use the same tires, which are actually the rally block tires. This kind of winter tests are extremely important to understand if I'm heading in the right direction. Watching at the model, how it behaves, I feel that overall the changes that we are doing together with my friends are going in the right direction. It means that the rear behaves in a better way, and also I feel that the front it's much sharper. But the setup that I prepared for today's training is completely wrong. I did well putting the smaller piston with smaller holes, because 1 year ago, last season, I was suffering of too much rolling, but together with that I could avoid to put a harder oil. I could just change the pistons, but without touching the oil. Also today I don't have the softer springs together with me. This was, let's say, almost an improvised test, thanks to the beautiful weather that we have today in Poland. And maybe the ground clearance is a bit too low. It's a bit too low because I don't know the conditions that will met in the tarmac rallies that I will have during this season. So I need to find something average. I'm saying like that because I have two kind of dampers, short and long ones. These are the short ones that I use on tarmac, and the other setup is for off-road. Luckily the first two rallies of this season are going to be on tarmac, and the first rally is going to be next month. So I will have time just to focus on this kind of setup. Now I want to train a bit here in this section, because we have a straight corner, a twisty part, some dirt, and I want to see how it's going the understeer. This is how it looks when I train during the season. Yeah, the model is nice to drive. I feel improvements, but I need to work on this setup, yes. And yes, I'm a bit confused. And it's okay. This is a test, and the test have to look like this. If you feel too much sure during a test, then you will learn the lesson during a RC Rally event. Okay, maybe next week, during the weekend, I will test again the same setup, but of course change. For the same setup I mean the same dampers. Ale ten przód tak za bardzo nie idzie. A, i teraz mam te rally bloki. To też to może być. I was talking with my friend Kuba about his feeling. He says that he feels a bit of understeer. Yeah, it's true. Oh, understeer, but also today I'm running only with the oil in the differential oil of the rear, because the front is empty. So when you add the power, the rear is pushing the front, because the front differential is empty. Yeah, guys, you know, a lot is happening in this test. It's also a bit hard for me to film them, because I changed the setup. I talk with my friend, but I really do my best in order to share all this RC Rally experience with all of you. Okay, I think that we can end this video. Just remember to leave a like and to subscribe. Ciao!